creation is finished. There is no time. It's only alignment. Say I'm so aligned with what I desire. I am so aligned with what I want. I'm so aligned to the point where everything is magnetically being drawn to me. I could feel the magnetic pull of everything coming to me faster than ever before. I'm no longer chasing. I no longer need to take care of the desire. I don't need to try to figure it out. The work that you're doing, the affirmations that you're saying, the end that you're talking about, it's not for you to check to see proof in the 3D. The things that we're saying are for your subconscious mind to be reprogrammed. I choose new thoughts, new intentions, new du'as, new whatever you want to call it, affirmations, but Allah is gonna do it. So when my subconscious starts to believe the things that I'm asking for, Allah is orchestrating everything for it to come to life. So stop looking for the person to do it. The person is not gonna do anything. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Stop giving them that importance and that power. You're putting them on the pedestal. You're putting your desire on the pedestal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing everything, not the other person, not the doctor, not the customers. They don't have that power. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to intuitively guide the other person or the other thing or the doctor or your body, whatever it is that is needed to be done in order to reveal that desire for you. It's just a mindset shift, like to stop checking the 3D. The 3D is hindering your growth. It's gonna keep you stagnant. One of my du'as took around 7 years to come to life because I was checking the 3D. Why would you guys want to check the 3D? Even though I had all the knowledge and I was doing everything right. But checking the 3D means that I didn't have belief and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I didn't believe that this thing was coming to life. And if Allah needs you to act, He is intuitively gonna guide you to the steps that you need to take. Your only job is to have faith, to keep in your new story. And then practice listening to your intuition and pay attention to the things that are happening around you. Salam and welcome back to my channel. In the past, every time I held on tightly to something out of fear or not believing, not having faith, I would sometimes lose the thing. I would sometimes have it become stagnant. And so anytime I let go, I learned to let go, the thing would come to me effortlessly. It would just come. I wouldn't need to do anything to have it come to me. It would surprise me with its coming. Until I started to consciously do this stuff, I know how it happens right now. When I would hear people saying like, what is yours is not gonna pass you by, and what is for you is gonna come back to you even if you let go of it. I never liked hearing that until I completely released control and started to trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's when everything started happening gradually, not all at once, where everything was coming to me. Things usually do come gradually to us. They're not gonna come in a way where it's instant. When I say instant manifestation, or when someone says instant manifestation, what they're saying is, because I feel like a lot of you guys are concentrating your affirmations on specific things, like he is texting me right now, or for example, like being too specific in a way where you're thinking the instant manifestation is something that you're saying that is happening in the moment. That's not what we mean when we say instant manifestation. Instant manifestation meaning that creation is finished once you asked for it. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts something in your heart, it's already done. So meaning that it's for you. Creating this thing for it to unfold in your life is already done. But the instant is not like it's gonna unfold in the moment, like in the 3D reality, in your reality right now. But when we say instant, it means that the bridge of events that is gonna unfold for this thing is instant. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already laid out all of the things that are supposed to happen for this to come to life. They're already laid down. Those are all instant. Now, as we said, when we say bridge of events, it doesn't mean that it has to be a lot of different events happening for it to come to life. or for you to see it in the 3D. No, it could just happen in one single step, one single thing. That is what we mean when we say instant manifestation. It means that the bridge of events is instant. For example, he is texting me right now. She is texting me right now. This happens in 3 days. Stop dictating how and when it is gonna unfold, or the bridge of events, how it's gonna happen, because that's not on you, that's on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your only job is to have faith. You only need to have faith. That's the only thing that you need to do. You only need to have faith. You don't need to take any type of action. You don't need to reach out to them. You don't need to do something. You don't need to work out. You don't need to be healthy or to have your perfect body. You don't need to do any of that stuff. And you're still gonna get your things. The only thing that you need to do is have faith, meaning stay in your end. Stay in the end goal of what you want. I have my perfect body. I am in a loving, committed relationship. So forget about the bridge of events. Skip all of that. Don't think about that. Stay in your end. Be in your end. That's all what you need to do. It is really that simple. And then you guys start doing it and you say, well, I'm not seeing evidence in the 3D. Stop looking for evidence. That's validation. You're not going to find anything on the outside of yourself that you're looking for. It's all within yourself. It happens within yourself, and then it's going to show up outside of yourself, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. So give it time. Keep being in your end. Don't give up. Don't give up. Once you stop and you say it's not working, I've been doing this for so long and it's not working, well, your situation, your mood, your behavior, your actions, these are all improving day by day. Maybe you're not taking note of them, I don't care, but you are having small wins if you are paying a little bit of attention. You are having small wins every day, and you are improving, and you are becoming better in your end. Don't worry if you don't feel anything, if you feel detached, if you're not even thinking about your end anymore a lot. That's a good thing. That you don't need to keep thinking about it and feeling it and reading or affirming for it. You don't need to keep doing that. You only need to have faith, meaning that if that thing crosses your mind, you are having positive thoughts about it. That is your only job. You need to feel worthy of what you're asking for. But I would say, ask for what you want and go live your life. Forget about it. Let it go completely. That is showing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you completely trust Him, that you trust that what you want is already done and it's coming to you. There is nothing that you need to be or do in order to get it. Self-concept is essential because remember, whoever knows himself knows his Lord. Going through these experiences, knowing yourself is much more beneficial for your growth than not knowing yourself. Not knowing yourself means you're gonna be far away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then as you're going on this path, it's gonna reveal itself to you. It's gonna reveal itself to you little by little or all at once. It's gonna reveal itself to you. That's why if you're in a hurry or if you feel like you're running out of time, sometimes you guys say I need to get married, or I need to leave my parents' house, or I need to do this, or my mom is waiting for me to do this, or my parents. You can't do that. You have to let go of all of that. There is no rush. You're not late for anything. The time is gonna pass, and even if it passed when your parents told you or when something didn't happen after you thought it should happen in that time frame, the time is gonna pass and you're gonna find that it's okay that it didn't happen in that time frame. No big deal. Nothing happened. Or when you say my parents are saying that, or his parents want that, or her parents are not, for example, anything, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will change their minds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will work on that part. That's not your work. Your job is to only concentrate on yourself and solidify your self-concept. Everything is going my way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always working in my favor. Everyone is working in my favor. Because remember, we are all servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, serving the creation of Allah. Creation is finished. There is no time. It's only alignment. Am I aligned right now with what I want? Say I'm so aligned with what I desire. I am so aligned with what I want. Ask yourself, am I aligned with what I desire? Say, I am aligned. I am so aligned with what I desire. I'm so aligned to the point where everything is magnetically being drawn to me. I could feel the magnetic pull of everything coming to me faster than ever before. I'm no longer chasing. I no longer need to take care of the desire. I don't need to try to figure it out. The thing that I could tell you guys to do in order to stop checking the 3D is that the work that you're doing, the affirmations that you're saying, the end that you're talking about, it's not for you to check to see proof in the 3D. The things that we're saying are for your subconscious mind to be reprogrammed. I choose new thoughts, new intentions, new du'as, new whatever you want to call it, affirmations, but Allah is gonna do it. So when my subconscious starts to believe the things that I'm asking for, Allah is orchestrating everything for it to come to life. So stop looking for the person to do it. The person is not gonna do anything. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Stop giving them that importance and that power. You're putting them on the pedestal. You're putting your desire on the pedestal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing everything, not the other person, not the doctor, not the customers. They don't have that power. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to intuitively guide the other person or the other thing or the doctor or your body, whatever it is that is needed to be done in order to reveal that desire for you. It's just a mindset shift, like to stop checking the 3D. The 3D is hindering your growth. It's gonna keep you stagnant. One of my du'as took around 7 years to come to life because I was checking the 3D. Why would you guys want to check the 3D? Even though I had all the knowledge and I was doing everything right. But checking the 3D means that I didn't have belief and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I didn't believe that this thing was coming to life. And if Allah needs you to act, He is intuitively gonna guide you to the steps that you need to take. Your only job is to have faith, to keep in your new story. And then practice listening to your intuition and pay attention to the things that are happening around you. So when you're doing the work, when you're having the new thoughts, when you're in your new story, remind yourself you're not doing the work in order to get him or to get her or to heal your body or to get the customers. You already have all of that. You're only doing the work in order to have good thinking in your life so that those beautiful things that you want, other things that are really good, can start happening in your life. So ask yourself when you're checking the 3D or when you're in a rush, why am I rushing? What is the rush for? I'm gonna mention to you guys a time in my life where I was in your shoes, where the people around me kept asking me questions like, why isn't this happening? Why aren't you doing this? When is this ever gonna happen? And they had me feel some type of rush as well. But I'm gonna tell you that I focused more on myself, and these people stopped talking. They went to different places. God removed them from my... And I tell you guys, like, even if I'm trying to meet up with someone, if that didn't happen, it means that the meeting wasn't gonna be beneficial for me. Meaning that they are in a bad mood, they're feeling off, wasn't gonna have that beautiful experience that I'm thinking about. And so Allah's taking care of everything. I know it's funny, but that's why sometimes when me and someone speak and we say like we're meeting up and then the meeting doesn't happen that day or in that time, they start apologizing. And in my mind I'm thinking like, oh no, you shouldn't be apologizing, because I know that if it was of my best interest, it would have happened. You don't need to apologize, because one day things are gonna be perfect in order for me and you to meet, even if it's my sister, and it's gonna be the best meeting. So Allah's not gonna, if I'm doing good, if I'm in a good mood, if I'm vibrating high and my frequency is really good, I'm not gonna be able to meet someone who is not feeling good that day or feeling off. So Allah's gonna bring beautiful things in your life, especially if you keep saying everything is always working out for me. Remember, I am what my servant thinks of me. If good, then it is for him, and if it's bad, then it is for him. Keep your focus and concentration on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always working in my favor. Things are always working out for me. The last thing you guys ask, like, well, do I need to tell the other person that I'm doing the work, or, you know, I'm working on myself, I'm doing good here, I'm feeling great, maybe I should initiate contact? That's worry, that's fear of missing out, that's not fully trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't need to reach out. You don't need to do any of that, because Allah got I told you once, guys, even if you have resistance, even if you have negative thinking clouding your vision, God is gonna take you around, through, above, beyond the thing in order to reach that desire. So no, you're not delaying anything. Everything is working out perfectly as it's supposed to work out. Things are not late. You are not late. There is no mistake. Nothing is going wrong here. There is nothing serious happening. God has control over it all, and let go of control. I want you guys to just let go of control. Keep that your intention. So no, you don't need to tell the other person anything. They are going to feel the energy that you're putting out there, that new energy from your new thoughts. They're gonna feel it. They're gonna be magnetized to it. So everyone is gonna feel your energy depending on how you're thinking and how you're feeling. Because like even sometimes you tell me like, I told him this, I told him that. He doesn't believe my words. Yeah, because he's feeling your energy. And sometimes you use the perfect words, but the energy doesn't match up, and it gives the person the impression of something the opposite of what you want. So yeah, keep that in mind as you're navigating this journey. So the change is within, it's in your subconscious mind. Stop checking the 3D, stop checking for validation. You don't need validation. You don't need validation. Everything that you need in order to bring about your desire is already within you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always working in your favor. For those who are saying that they're losing hope, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is even listening to them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always listening to you. So shift your focus to self, do self-concept work, so you guys could get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because whenever you know yourself more and on a deeper level, you're gonna know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. And all what you're gonna get from checking the 3D is more doubt and more fear, which is gonna manifest in that way as well. That's why you're gonna see delays. So keep your only job is to have faith, keep in your new story, and keep in your new dua. The dua is gonna come to life. Things are gonna happen as you want, but not in the way that you want, maybe, and not in the timing that you want. Don't put times anywhere. I hope this video helps, and stay unlimited. Don't limit yourself a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one.